Hey homegirls, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. I'm excited for this video because as you can tell by the title, we are giving a little update on Nova. You guys have been asking here on YouTube and Instagram. I'm like, wait, I don't really show Nova that much on the channel, I don't feel like, but the fact that I got like a comment saying, girl, where's the update with Nova? And then not only that, her internet aunties over on Instagram, which if you're not following her Instagram, go follow her now. Her name is Nova Sky, the Cavapoo. They were like, we need updates on Nova. So here we are. We're gonna give updates on Miss Nova, and I'm gonna actually also share some lessons learned and just kind of like some like advice for if you're looking to have a puppy, maybe, you know, very soon, or you're thinking about having a puppy. I feel like I've learned a lot, and having her has been quite the learning curve, even though I've had a dog before. She's my first like dog I've had in my adult life, and I thought I knew pretty much a good bit of things there were to know about having a dog from my previous dog and just being a previous dog owner, but I feel like I'm still learning with her, and I've done things a lot differently with her. So I want to get into some of the tips and just advice that I have for you all, and just give you guys like an overall update on how Miss Nova is doing. Okay, so backstory, if you're kind of just stumbling on this video, this is my dog Nova Sky, and I actually made a video about a year ago showing like the whole just like behind the scenes and process of me getting her, like the breeder and all the things I got to prepare for her. So if you're interested in like some of those things, watch that video. I'll also have like a little Amazon list of puppy essentials that I really love for Nova down below in the description box. So if you want to go shop that, check that out. I made that video about a year ago. So Nova is now 1 year old, and I feel like I've learned a lot about Miss Girl here. She is, look, I love my girl, but she's something else. So we're gonna get right into the video. All right, I have a whole list of things I want to share with you guys. So starting with her temperament and personality, I didn't really know what to expect with her. The dog that I had previously was a Shih Tzu and Poodle mix, so her temperament was just like completely different than Nova. Nova be giving me a run for my money, okay? Like, this girl, she be on one, but she also is still a puppy, so I feel like I don't really know exactly how her temperament is gonna be when she kind of levels out, but right now, she be on one. But she's so loving, she's so sweet. I feel like the general temperament and personality that I at least like researched from having a Cavapoo, is it Cava? I've been saying it wrong. I be saying Cavapoo all the time. It's really Cavapoo, okay? Because it's a Cavalier King Spaniel mixed with Poodle, okay? So Cavapoo, y'all. I be Cava, tomato. Anyway, the thing about having a Cavapoo, when I did the research, and here, let's do a little, I just spilled my soda water, but let's do a little research here. But the thing that I found was that with the Cavapoo, the temperament is generally like, they like to be lap dogs because the Cavalier King Spaniel, they're really lap dogs. And then, you know, with poodles, I don't know, you know, you get what you get, okay? Because sometimes they can be wild. But when I initially looked up the personality and kind of temperament of this breed, and I'm looking it up now so I don't like misquote myself, it says that they're generally affectionate, cheerful, and social personalities, which is pretty true. So they're known for being loyal companions who love cuddling and attention. Very true. They're very intelligent, eager to please, making them trainable, but they are prone to separation anxiety, sometimes leading to destructive behavior or excessive barking if left alone too long. That is very true, okay? Very, very true, because I feel like when I researched it, I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. This seems very similar to my Shih Tzu. It ain't similar, because I think what they're missing in this is that they are also, they can be very wild. They can be very wild. They can be a lot. But all these things are true, right? Like, she is very affectionate, she's cheerful, but she's very playful. She has a lot of energy. I think that's what this is missing. And again, also too, this can be very like dog specific. I'm realizing that each dog has their own temperament, and you have to like somewhat be okay with that. Like, you don't really know what type of temperament you're gonna get in a dog. So Her temperament is she can be very playful, and she is learning how to play in a way that, you know, we're not biting ankles, we're not, you know, going wild, we're learning how to contain ourselves. But also, again, she's a puppy. So I'm trying to take that in consideration. But for the most part, she's a really good dog. Like, she has a really great personality. I will say that she is very like social when it comes to humans. So she is just kind of very just like, she likes to socialize with humans. She likes to be, you know, very like interactive with a human. And my last dog was not like that. She really didn't rock with humans or like dogs. But as far as Nova, even though she does like rock with humans, she don't rock with dogs. Like, she is scared of dogs. So we are trying to figure out how to navigate that. I've taken her to dog parks. I've kind of had her around dogs when it comes to walking and like from a distance, but she is like terrified. She's petrified. So we're gonna get some training and try to do that. We're actually doing group training, which leads me kind of into like the next thing that I want to like give advice on, and kind of the next update as well with her, which is training. I get a lot of comments or questions about how's training going with Nova, how's potty training in particular, or just training in general. So I will say that potty training is a lot better. I feel like Nova is trained, like she will go outside, she knows, do not potty in this house. Does she still have accidents? Every now and again, yes, she does. Like, she's still a baby, she's still learning. Sometimes she still just like doesn't really know how to just be like, hey, I gotta go. And she just kind of just does whatever. So we're still kind of working through that. But for the most part, it is a lot better than what it was. Like, the accidents that we have now are every blue moon versus the accidents that she was having like before. It was very consistent to where I was like, oh my gosh, is she ever going to kind of get out of this like thing of like pottying in the house? Now, I will say with her, when we were going through the training, we noticed patterns with her of like, you know, her pottying in certain like areas. So we kind of blocked those off. Having a schedule is like very key to making sure that they are learning how to not potty in the house and pottying outside. We also don't use a leash. So we don't like have her on a leash in the backyard when she is pottying. She is a very free roam type of dog, and I probably let her free roam a little too early, if I'm being honest. That's one of the things I do regret doing, because I was very used to like my old dog free roaming and kind of doing whatever she wanted. So she had freedom at a very early age, and probably too early, to be quite honest. But she's learning, and I think that's some of the things that I'm trying to like reverse a little bit with her and her training. So we're going to like a professional trainer, which is the other thing I do want to say is like, I feel like it's important to have some type of like professional training. So you're gonna do your own training, of course. I taught her like simple commands like sit, down, just different commands, and she knows commands. She knows, you know, again, I trained her how to potty. But I do feel like she needs professional training, and I feel like every dog needs professional training at some point within 1 to 3 years of their life, just to kind of set a good foundation. I've also gotten questions about, is Nova crate trained? And she is crate trained, so she will go in the crate, she will sleep in the crate all night, be fine. After a certain time though, she ready to get the crate. But you know, honestly, I don't really let her like sleep in the crate at night. She sleeps in the bed with me and Dante, and look, she loves it there. We love her like just like close to us. That's just kind of how we do it. I know everybody don't rock like that. It's cool, this is our house, okay? Our house, like our rules. But she's fine. Like, she doesn't get up really throughout the night or try to potty. Like, she's very like, when she's in the bed, she's in the bed, and she really sleeps at the foot of the bed. Like, she don't be trying to be like all on us like that. Like, she kind of like, she can't be a stage 5 clinger at times, but she like also has her moments where she wants to be by herself. So child, I just let her be by herself, and she can just sleep at the foot of the bed. So she does well with that. That has been going well, but she can be in the crate if she needs to. All right, let's talk about dental health, because if I'm being honest, when I had my previous dog, I was not really like keeping up with her dental health. I am definitely being a lot more intentional with Nova now, and kind of having more of a routine, especially a hygiene routine when it comes to dental health. And I do brush her teeth. So I brush her teeth with like a soft like bristle toothbrush and, you know, dog toothpaste. It has like peanut butter flavor. I don't know, I'm gonna leave everything linked down below. But she doesn't really like that, if I'm being honest. It has taken a lot, and I think she's still getting used to it. She doesn't really care for it, especially because when I brush her teeth, I'm really trying to get at those back molars, which are really hard to get. She do not want to stay still for that. I mean, what dog does? It's definitely not a natural thing for them, so I try to definitely reward her for doing it. But I do have these little like finger dental wipes. Let me show y'all real quick. Okay, so these little pet dental wipes that I got from Amazon, she really loves these. All you do is like pull one out, and look, she she likes these a lot. But all you do is pull one out, put it on your finger, and then I actually haven't done this today, but she, like, you just kind of go through it and wipe it. I need to do this today when I'm done filming this video. But I try to do this at least every day, the pet dental wipe, and I'm just gonna put this on top, and I'll do this later. I try to do this every day at least. And then brushing teeth, we at 3 times a week at this point, because she's not gonna do that every day. She's just not. But all that to say, I've been learning just having good dental health for your pet is really important for their overall health. Just as dental health is important as a human, it impacts a lot more things than you realize. So I'm definitely trying to be better about that. I also ordered some powder to put in her food as well too, to kind of help loosen up the plaque and tartar or whatever like that builds up on her teeth, to make it easier when I'm actually brushing or using this. So look, we trying over here because I don't want her to have like any like heart health problems like later down the line, or any other problems that's going to be associated with dental health. I'm just trying to be very kind of like proactive and really take care of her. And like, who wants a dog with stinky breath? Like, nobody wants a dog with stinky breath, so we're not doing that. So making sure my girl is taken care of, and I just want to kind of share that advice, because I honestly, I didn't really do that the first time around. I know, I'm ashamed, I really am, but girl, Bubbles wasn't getting her teeth brushed at all. Like, she was getting like a little dental chew every now and again, but I'm pulling out all the stops for Nova, because I'm like, you can't be cute and your breath stink, and it's impacting everything else. Right? We're just not doing that. So that's one of the things I've learned and been like kind of keeping up with her. All right, the next thing I wanted to share with you all is it's really important to keep your dog stimulated and occupied with toys. And that's kind of what I've been doing with Nova. She definitely has like her favorite toys. So she loves like the little squeakies, of course. Like, your girl gonna get hyped for a squeaky. But look, sometimes other things turn into toys that are not supposed to be. She loves shoes, and I'm just like, girl, I'm trying to break her from the shackles of always wanting to pull out our shoes and go in and pull out the soles. She be going in, I'm over that. But she loves these squeakies, and recently, I got this toy from TikTok Shop, actually. I'm gonna link it down below. I'll probably just link the Amazon link, but when I tell you this keeps her occupied, she's a little scared of this at first, but this be wearing her out. I also like to have like enrichment toys, and that's like one of the big tips I have for, you know, pet owners. I don't know what to do to keep them occupied and stimulated. I love the dog puzzle. Like, this dog puzzle, look, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I talk about this all the time. This thing keeps her occupied. But also Lick Max as well. Lick Max typically are supposed to keep them preoccupied when you're doing something, to kind of help them with their anxiety. But I kind of be using it just for like little treats. Other than that, like, I feel like toys are just really essential, but getting toys that are gonna like stimulate her and also help with her growth. So she has a blast with her little toys, but that's my advice and tips when it comes to just kind of having toys. I feel like you don't have to buy like a ton of these. Of course, they'll like destroy them and you like replace them. But she actually is not as destructive as my old dog was. She was real destructive when it came to these. Like, the squeakies were coming down. I also want to add to, like, taking her on walks. Like, she is definitely a type of dog that I feel like you need to walk. I didn't really feel like I needed to walk my Shih Tzu. My Shih Tzu was a little bit more kind of like, I don't know, she was more like chill. She was cool without a walk. She didn't really have that much energy, I feel like, that she exerted. But this girl, she has so much energy. I'm like, you need walks. She needs walks. She needs, again, stimulating toys like in her rotation to really kind of like tire her out. Okay, the next thing I learned is pet insurance is worth it. That is my biggest advice. Get pet insurance. I can't tell you how much money I've saved getting pet insurance for this little nugget. Like, she, like, especially in the first year of life, she definitely needed it. Okay, I use Spot Insurance. I have their most premium plan, which is about, I think, like $49.99 or $95 a month, something like that. But honestly, that little plan a month, like $50 a month, you might be like, okay, I mean, it's not like expensive, but it's like, dang, that could be something else. Nah, that little money has helped like save me a lot of money on the back end, because in the first year of life, obviously they're getting a lot of vaccinations. And even now, like with her 1 year checkup, which she had a 1 year checkup just recently, she had to get more vaccinations. So like her 3-year rabies, other little things that she had to get. And that was an expensive bill. That was about like $250, including like the wellness check that they had to do as well too. So, you know, things start to add up. She also needs to get spayed, you know, this year probably, or the top of next year. We want to kind of go ahead and do it early just to get that out the way. But those things cost money, and I just feel like I'm very adamant about pet owners having pet insurance, because I went through a situation with my previous dog where I didn't have pet insurance, and luckily, thank God that we didn't really have to come out of pocket a lot throughout her life, because she was generally like a healthy dog until the end of her life. And boy, when I tell you, look, she run up a bill like about two grand, almost $3 in like medical bills for her. It was hefty, and I feel like if we had pet insurance, it definitely would have like alleviated some of that like burden when it came to costs. But yeah, I highly recommend pet insurance, and it's been honestly working very well for us. I absolutely like it. I stand by it. And yeah, Spot is what I recommend. So definitely check them out down below. Again, everything I talk about in this video, by the way, or any video that I do, is always going to be in the description box when it comes to any like products or services or things that I've used. And if it's not, leave me a comment and I'll make sure I give you the information. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to share with you all is I didn't realize, like when I got her, how much of a time commitment she is, and just kind of like how much my schedule would change. And so again, I had a dog before. I knew that having a dog was a time commitment in general. Like, of course I knew that. But she's a different type of dog to where she needs to be walked. She's also like still a puppy, so she needs a lot of attention. She needs a lot of training. She needs a lot of structure. So having her has really taught me, like, I gotta have structure, so she has structure, so she knows what, you know, what is acceptable in our household, what isn't. And just also too, just structure for her, period, for her growth and development. Like, every puppy needs that as they're growing and developing. And so that is a thing that we have been doing a lot more of just the past couple months, just having more structure. And I tried to do that a lot more too, like when she was like a little baby. But yeah, we have a routine now. We have a schedule, and she knows like what's up every day, like how we move, what our schedule is. And that really has helped us a lot, especially when it comes to training. Like, I think that I know for sure if there was no like routine or structure that I had her on, the training would not be as successful as it has been. So I don't know, I feel like having structure in place, having a routine is definitely key when you have a little puppy. It has been key for Nova. I feel like that really has like changed the game for her when it comes to just making sure that she's developing in the ways that, you know, she needs to develop, and also getting the training that she needs. All right, that is it. I wanted to kind of give this little update again, just so you guys can like see like what's working well, what's not working well, some advice like that I have. Again, we have a long way to go when it comes to Miss Nova. She has some things that I'm like, we need some training for. So I think I'm gonna actually probably document her like whole like group training process. I don't know, let me know down below if you guys would be interested in that. I probably will document it over on Instagram, but also maybe document pieces of it here on YouTube. So again, let me know down below in the comments, because your girl needs group training. She needs it. She needs some type of professional training. So I'm very excited to see how this goes. But anyway, that's it for this video. I love you, homegirls, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.